Guys, welcome back. We could see a parabolic breakout on Verasity in less than 9 days, and I'm about to explain why. Now, for those of you that have been watching the market, it's been a rough period for altcoins, and not only just altcoins, but Bitcoin and the broader market as well. So that relates to stocks and indices. It's been quite a large sell-off so far. Verasity has remained pretty flat, right? So we saw Verasity go up in August. Now we've seen price sell off, and now price is simply ranging. But back to the point, why are we likely to see the breakout in less than 9 days? Now the reason why is because we have the Fed interest rate decision on the 18th of September. Now, for those of you that are probably thinking, well, what does this have to do with Verasity? What does this have to do with crypto? Well, the Fed, there's a 95% chance that the Fed is likely to cut interest rates, right? And not only cut interest rates, but could actually cut it by quite a large percentage point, which investors and traders will be keeping a close eye on. Now, if this does occur, typically we see assets go up, right? So this is housing. House prices typically go up. Stocks go up. Pretty much all assets go up. Stocks, even cryptocurrency tends to go up. And the reason why is because the rate of borrowing basically gets cheaper. So it becomes cheaper to borrow money. Whereas the reason why the economy is so slow at the moment is because less people are spending, less people are borrowing, because it's so expensive to borrow at these high interest rates. So as soon as they start cutting rates, we should see assets start to go up. Now, we think that Verasity could be impacted by this in quite an interesting way, because I'm predicting that altcoins are going to just explode, right? Going to do very, very well. And this will be the initial phase of the interest rates cuts. I think it's going to send shockwave through the entire market. And I think more speculative, quote unquote, assets like cryptocurrency and more broadly, micro cap projects, I think they will have the largest percentage moves, right? And some of these will extend going into 2025, and some of these will just have an initial pump and then sell off. So you do have to be careful with some of those projects. And if you want to learn more about that, join my free Telegram group now. The link is in my description, and we'll be talking more about some of the projects that are going to pump but never to return. And of course, Verasity will be in that topic of discussion. So make sure you join the free Telegram group now. The link is in my description. But let's continue. So we're going to see an opportunity across the board. Now, I believe we're going to see the price start to go up as we approach the Fed interest rate decision. So we could see more downside pressure for selling pressure for Bitcoin, right? We could definitely see that. We could definitely see that across the entire market. We could even see that for VRA, although VRA right now is at $24 million market cap. The market cap rank is now 700. So we were at 600 before, we're now at 700. So we're definitely falling down the list with the market cap value now at 24 million. So the market cap for this project is extremely small now, and is getting smaller by the day. But like I said, if you're buying this at these levels, you're pretty much at a win-win scenario, in my personal opinion. If you're fully stacked, then it might not be a good idea to just, to keep piling money in, right? You have to understand what you're doing. Otherwise, you just dig yourself a hole if it doesn't break out, which you don't want to be in that position. But let's assume we do see the breakout leading up to this position. We do have our first target now, and the percentage gains have actually increased quite a bit because of the sell-off that we've seen. So up to our next target of 0.0061, we're looking at 153 percentage point gain. Back to our yearly highs is now a 560 percentage point move. Now, what does that mean? That means even if Verasity was a project that's going to have a short period of a short breakout, right, with the overall market, well, worst case scenario, you capture around 5x on your entry point, which is absolutely incredible. 500% gain, not bad for a worst case scenario. But The main area that we need to see hit, that we want to see hit, would be this target area here at 0.02981, and that would be a 741 percentage point gain. Now, what we're going to be keeping an eye on over the next 9 days is, of course, Bitcoin's price action and the price action of Verasity. We do want to see how this project performs. We do need to see it pick up with Bitcoin, in alignment with Bitcoin, because once the interest rate is cut, we should see Verasity break out quite aggressively. So what can you do right now to prepare? There's a few things that you can do right now. Number one, have you completed your bag? Let's say you have 500,000 VRA tokens. Could you maybe top that up to 1 million just to, just to even it out, and of course add to your bag at these extremely low prices? Or are you fully stacked and maybe you don't need to add any more to your bag, but what you do need to maybe do is start preparing for your exit strategy and maybe taking some profits on this breakout that we could see. That's also an option as well. If you want to learn more about that, join the free Telegram group now. The link is in my description. Also, make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any more updates just like this one. Very important you do that, and also understand nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. So always make sure to do your own independent research. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be figuring out, am I fully stacked? Is there some room to add an entry? And then I'll be looking at some short-term profit-taking targets to maybe just reduce one's overall risk. But again, the ball's in your court now. This is going to be an exciting one. The targets are clear. 0.006 is the first target. That's 0.0061. First target, 150% from our current area. That's, of course, if we start to see the upside move from here. 5x to our yearly highs, and a 7x to our next major target. And these are just short-term targets. Once we break above 0.061, once we go back to our yearly highs, we can start talking about the 10x. But until then, and even the 100x. But until then, guys, seize the day. And of course, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to talk in more detail about the future of VRA. Until next update, seize the day.